Welcome to LC Screen Talk. My name is Larry, and this is my review of The Hitman's Bodyguard. Honestly, I felt like I was the only one not blown away by these trailers. I was the only one who didn't just think they were so hilarious. I enjoyed the posters, and I thought the trailers were okay. But I was still pretty excited for this film, just because we had Ryan Reynolds, we had Samuel L. Jackson in like a buddy cop style comedy. Thus, what's not to be excited about? But in the end, this turned out to be just another disappointing comedy. But let's go ahead and talk about those positives first. The biggest positive is Samuel L. Jackson himself. I think he had most of the funny lines in the film. I think he by far was the funniest person in the entire movie. And you could just tell he was having fun with his role. He wasn't taking himself serious, wasn't really taking the movie all that serious either, but it worked. His performance just worked, and I enjoyed seeing Samuel L. Jackson having fun on screen. And I do think he and Ryan Reynolds had nice chemistry. I don't think Ryan Reynolds was as good as he usually is. He wasn't given room to do his Ryan Reynolds thing. He actually was tasked with playing the straight man to Samuel L. Jackson's comedy. But although he didn't have all the funny moments himself, I thought he was good, and they had strong chemistry together. The movie definitely picks up once these two characters get together. And there are laughs to be had. I laughed several times in the film. And there are select few shining bright moments where this film successfully turns tropes on their head, or calls out action movie tropes or comedy tropes. And I think those instances work well. But that does lead us into the negative section. And the biggest overall negative is that this film doesn't quite fit in anywhere on the comedy spectrum. It doesn't go far enough to be a good spoof movie. It feels like it kind of is a spoof, but also kind of isn't at all. And it's not smart and funny enough to be something like Spy, where it is a satire on a specific genre, but it also is very successful in creating a film that fits within the action genre. It doesn't really create a good action thriller. It doesn't really create a good mystery. And honestly, it's just not funny enough for the comedy genre itself. It's not smart and witty enough to be a good spoof or a good satire. But then again, it's not even like over the top enough to be like a ridiculous fun satire or spoof. And then we get to the background characters, and they're all pretty bad. Gary Oldman, just a complete throwaway performance. Salma Hayek has her moments of being fun and funny, but it's just so over the top and like so profanity laden that it just was too much. It was like taking a fun, funny concept and then going way overboard with it. And Elodie Yung plays the Ryan Reynolds love interest, and I thought she was actually terrible. I thought she had no presence on screen. They had no chemistry together. I don't know. I thought she was really, really bad in this movie. And it also is shot just so strange. The cinematography and the camera work and the directing all are just off the entire film. And I hated the way that this movie used natural lighting. It looked horrible. It looked washed out so often in the film. I thought the lighting was so bad, but in particular when they were inside and you got like that natural lighting coming from behind, the quality of film just looked horrible. And the story just isn't interesting. It is a very straightforward, predictable, run-of-the-mill, like action comedy of this sort. You know exactly where we're going to end up. You know exactly who the traitors are. You know exactly who's going to end up dead, alive, all of it. You know right where we're going to end at the end of this film as soon as we start it. So The Hitman's Bodyguard has a couple of laughs. It has a couple of funny moments. And it has a fun performance from Samuel L. Jackson. But it's just so unremarkable in every other way that I really don't think you need to spend money to see this in theaters. If you're curious, it makes for an alright enough rental. So I say wait until it's $1.50. Don't pay those movie theater prices. And if you were underwhelmed, as I was, with those trailers, you can probably just skip this one altogether. So, that has been my review of The Hitman's Bodyguard. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, go ahead, click like down below, and subscribe to the channel so you are always up to date on our latest videos. Also, join in on the discussion. Are you excited to see The Hitman's Bodyguard? And what is your favorite buddy cop comedy? Let me know either in the comment section down below, or you can hit me up on Twitter. I love you all so much for your support. Mwah! Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!